What's the one fatal mistake that causes thousands of seniors to lose their independence, suffer devastating falls, and die years earlier than necessary? In the next few minutes, you'll discover the critical leg health mistake that 78% of seniors make without realizing it, and the exact steps to reverse the damage before it costs you your independence or your life. And I'll reveal the shocking reason why your doctor probably hasn't warned you about this, even though Mayo Clinic researchers call it the most preventable cause of early death in seniors over 65. Clifford, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Pennsylvania, thought his weakening legs were just normal aging until he fell getting out of bed one morning and broke his femur. During his hospital stay, his doctor showed him research proving that his fall was completely preventable through simple daily leg exercises he'd been ignoring for years. Let me show you the mistakes that led to his injury so you can avoid them completely. Mistake 1. Sitting more than 2 hours without moving. The fatal mistake most seniors make is sitting for hours at a time without standing or moving, something that actively destroys leg muscle and dramatically increases death risk. Johns Hopkins researchers found that seniors who sit continuously for more than 2 hours without any movement have 40% higher mortality rates and lose leg muscle 3 times faster than those who stand and move every 30 minutes. Extended sitting isn't just uncomfortable, it's a direct assault on your leg muscles, circulation, and metabolic health. When you sit motionless for extended periods, the large muscles in your legs essentially shut down their metabolic activity, blood pools in your lower extremities, and your body stops producing the enzymes that break down fats and regulate blood sugar. This metabolic shutdown happens remarkably fast, beginning within just 30 minutes of continuous sitting. Maxine, 69, from Phoenix, used to sit through entire 3-hour television programs without moving and noticed her legs getting noticeably weaker every month. After learning about the dangers, she started setting a kitchen timer to beep every 30 minutes, prompting her to stand and walk around her living room for at least 60 seconds before sitting back down. Within 6 weeks, she noticed significantly improved leg strength and energy levels throughout the day. Extended sitting literally shuts down the muscle activity in your legs, causing rapid muscle atrophy, dangerous blood clots in your deep leg veins, reduced circulation to vital organs including your brain and heart, and accelerated overall physical decline that affects every system in your body. The research is clear and alarming. Each additional hour of sitting per day increases your mortality risk by approximately 11%, independent of how much exercise you do at other times. Your legs contain the largest muscles in your body, and when they're inactive for hours, your entire metabolism slows dangerously. Blood flow becomes sluggish, increasing clot risk. Muscle fibers begin breaking down to provide energy your inactive body doesn't even need. Even your bones begin losing density faster because they're not bearing weight or experiencing the mechanical stress that keeps them strong. Set a timer for every 30 minutes while sitting and stand up for at least 60 seconds. Walk to the window, do simple leg lifts while holding a chair, march in place, or simply stand and shift your weight from foot to foot. The specific activity matters less than breaking up the continuous sitting that's destroying your health. Keep the timer visible and audible so you can't ignore it. If you're watching television, stand during commercials or pause your program briefly. If you're reading, stand and walk around your chair. If you're working at a desk or computer, stand and do a lap around your room. Start today. Every hour you sit without moving is causing permanent damage to your legs and shortening your life expectancy measurably. Mistake 2. Ignoring early warning signs of weakness. Are you ignoring difficulty standing from low chairs, struggling with stairs, or needing to use your arms to push yourself up? All clear warning signs of dangerous leg weakness. Harvard Medical School research shows that seniors who ignore early leg weakness symptoms lose independence an average of 5 years earlier than those who recognize the warning signs and take immediate corrective action. These early symptoms aren't minor inconveniences you should accept as normal aging. They're urgent medical warnings that your leg muscles have deteriorated to dangerous levels. Needing to push off armrests to stand means your quadriceps muscles have weakened significantly. Struggling with stairs means your leg power has declined to the point where basic mobility is threatened. Feeling unsteady when standing means your stabilizing muscles can no longer support your body weight safely. Each of these signs indicates you've already lost substantial muscle mass and function. Floyd, 74, from Atlanta, noticed he needed to push off chair arms to stand up, but dismissed it as just getting old and stiff until his doctor explained it meant critical muscle loss, requiring urgent intervention. His doctor performed a simple strength test that revealed Floyd had lost nearly 40% of his quadriceps strength compared to healthy seniors his age, putting him at extreme risk for falls and loss of independence. Early leg weakness is your body's urgent warning alarm that muscle loss has reached dangerous levels. Ignoring these signs guarantees falls, fractures, hospitalization, and loss of independence within months or just a few years at most. Once you start showing these symptoms, you're in a critical window where intervention can still reverse the damage. But that window closes quickly. Seniors who ignore weakness symptoms for even 6 months often lose so much additional muscle that full recovery becomes impossible. The progression accelerates because weak legs cause you to move less, which causes further weakness, which causes even less movement. A vicious cycle that rapidly spirals out of control. Research shows that seniors who fall and break a hip have usually been showing warning signs of leg weakness for 1 to 2 years before the fall, meaning their injury was entirely preventable if they'd acted on the early warnings. If you notice any difficulty standing from chairs without using your hands, struggling with stairs, feeling unsteady when walking, or needing to hold walls or furniture for balance, start daily leg strengthening exercises immediately. 10 chair squats in the morning and 10 in the evening without negotiation or delay. Also, schedule an appointment with your doctor to assess your current leg strength and fall risk. Don't downplay your symptoms or accept them as normal. They're medical emergencies requiring immediate response. Practice standing from progressively lower chairs to rebuild strength. Start walking daily, even if it's difficult. The discomfort of starting exercise is temporary, but the consequences of ignoring weakness are permanent. Warning signs are your last opportunity to act before serious injury occurs. Respond immediately today, not next week or next month. Mistake 3. Believing rest is best for aching legs. One of the deadliest mistakes seniors make is thinking that resting aching or tired legs will make them stronger, when the exact opposite is true. The Mayo Clinic confirms that prolonged rest accelerates muscle atrophy in seniors, with leg muscles losing up to 1% of their total mass per day during extended bed rest or inactivity. This isn't a small effect. 1 week of complete rest can cost you 7% of your leg muscle mass, which might take months of dedicated exercise to rebuild if it can be rebuilt at all at your age. The misconception that rest builds strength comes from younger people's experience, where rest after exercise allows muscles to recover and grow. But in seniors over 60, especially those who aren't exercising intensely, rest without movement simply causes rapid deterioration. Your muscles need constant stimulation to maintain themselves, and even 1 day of excessive rest begins the atrophy process. Norma, 68, from Minneapolis, rested in bed for 2 full weeks when her legs felt tired and achy after a busy holiday season. When she finally got up, she discovered she'd lost so much strength she couldn't walk to her mailbox without severe exhaustion and leg weakness. Her recovery required 3 months of physical therapy. and she never fully regained her previous strength level, permanently limiting her independence and confidence. Resting weak or aching legs causes rapid muscle loss that makes them even weaker, creating a vicious cycle of decline that becomes extremely difficult to reverse once it's advanced beyond a certain point. Each day of rest causes muscle loss, which makes movement harder, which makes you want to rest more, which causes more muscle loss, a deadly spiral that has cost countless seniors their independence. The aching you feel isn't damage that needs rest. It's usually weakness that needs strengthening through gentle, progressive movement. Bed rest is appropriate only for acute injuries with severe pain, swelling, or after surgery when specifically ordered by your doctor. For general tiredness, mild aching, or simple weakness, movement is always the answer, not rest. Unless you have acute injury with severe pain or your doctor has specifically ordered bed rest, keep moving your legs daily through gentle walks, chair exercises, standing activities, and normal daily activities. Movement builds strength while rest destroys it. If your legs ache from activity, rest for a few hours or overnight, then resume gentle movement the next day. Gradually increase activity rather than stopping completely. Walk even if it's just around your house initially. Do chair squats even if you can only do 3 repetitions. Stand and shift weight from leg to leg while talking on the phone or watching television. The key is maintaining some activity every single day without long periods of complete rest. Move your legs today or lose them tomorrow. The choice really is that stark and simple when you're over 60. Mistake 4. Skipping protein after age 60. Did you know that eating the same amount of protein you ate at 40 is a fatal mistake after 60 because your body processes protein completely differently as you age? Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows that seniors need approximately 50% more protein than younger adults to maintain muscle mass, yet most seniors actually consume 30% less protein than they did when younger. This creates a massive protein deficit that directly causes muscle loss. After age 60, your body becomes resistant to the muscle-building effects of protein, a condition called anabolic resistance. Where a younger person might maintain muscle with 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily, seniors need at least 1.2 grams per kilogram just to prevent muscle loss. Most seniors eat protein primarily at dinner, which means their muscles are starved for amino acids for most of each day. Spencer, 71, from Las Vegas, was eating mostly toast, canned soup, and sandwiches with minimal protein and losing noticeable leg strength every month. After his doctor explained his protein needs, he added 3 eggs and Greek yogurt to breakfast and increased protein at every meal. His leg strength measurably improved within 8 weeks, and he regained the ability to climb stairs without holding the railing, something he'd given up on months earlier. Inadequate protein forces your body to break down leg muscle tissue to obtain amino acids for essential body functions, causing progressive weakness, increased fall risk, and loss of the muscle mass necessary for independent living and survival. Your body needs amino acids constantly for immune function, wound healing, enzyme production, and countless other vital processes. If you don't provide enough protein through food, your body has no choice but to cannibalize your own muscles, and it preferentially breaks down leg muscles because they're large and you're not using them as much as you age. This process happens invisibly every single day, and the cumulative effect over months and years is devastating. The muscle loss isn't just about mobility, it's about metabolism, blood sugar control, immune function, and overall survival. Eat 25 to 30 grams of protein at every meal, 3 whole eggs, a chicken breast, a cup of Greek yogurt, or a quality protein shake, making protein the center of each meal, not an afterthought or side item. Aim for protein first when you sit down to eat, then add vegetables and other foods. Good protein sources include eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, chicken, turkey, fish, lean beef, and protein powder if necessary. If you struggle to eat enough solid food, protein shakes are perfectly acceptable and effective. Distribute protein throughout the day rather than loading it all at dinner. Your muscles need amino acids every few hours, not once daily. Feed your muscles today or watch them disappear. There's no middle ground after 60, and every day of inadequate protein is a day of permanent muscle loss. Mistake 5. Avoiding stairs and challenging movements. Avoiding stairs, uneven ground, and challenging movements because you're worried about falling is the exact behavior that guarantees you will eventually fall. The CDC reports that seniors who avoid challenging movements lose functional capacity 60% faster than those who regularly practice difficult movements in safe, controlled settings with appropriate precautions. When you avoid stairs, your stair-climbing muscles atrophy rapidly. When you avoid uneven surfaces, your balance and ankle stability deteriorate. When you only walk on flat, smooth surfaces, you lose the muscle diversity and neural control needed to handle unexpected situations. The tragic irony is that avoiding challenges to stay safe actually creates the exact weakness and instability that makes you unsafe. Real life doesn't always offer flat, smooth surfaces with handrails. And when you inevitably face a challenge you haven't practiced, your deconditioned body will fail you. Darlene, 73, from New Orleans, stopped using stairs for an entire year after feeling unsteady, using only her ground floor rooms and avoiding her upstairs bedroom. When a power outage forced her to retrieve supplies from upstairs, she attempted the stairs with a year of deconditioning and fell halfway up, fracturing her wrist and bruising several ribs. Had she been practicing stairs regularly with proper safety measures, the fall likely wouldn't have occurred. Avoiding challenging movements causes rapid deconditioning of the exact muscles, balance systems, and neural pathways you need to handle unexpected situations safely. You become fragile and vulnerable through avoidance rather than protected. Your nervous system needs regular practice with challenging movements to maintain the rapid reflexes and automatic balance corrections that prevent falls. Your muscles need variety in movement patterns to maintain functional strength across different angles and positions. When you limit yourself to only easy, controlled movements, you lose the robust physical capability that real life demands. The first time you face a challenge after months of avoidance, your body simply won't have the capacity to respond safely. Practice stairs, stepping over objects, walking on slightly uneven surfaces, and other challenging movements daily in safe, controlled conditions. Use handrails, practice during daylight when you're alert and rested, and have someone nearby initially if needed. Start with just 2 or 3 stairs, holding the railing firmly. Practice stepping over objects placed on the floor. Walk on grass or gravel for short distances. Do these activities when you're fresh, not tired. Gradually increase difficulty as your confidence and ability improve. Install grab bars and adequate lighting where needed to make practice safer. Practice difficult movements safely today or face them dangerously tomorrow when you have no choice and no preparation. Mistake 6. Waiting for a fall before taking action. Why do 90% of seniors wait until after they've fallen and broken something before they start leg strengthening, when prevention is literally 100 times easier than recovery? Johns Hopkins research shows that seniors who do preventive leg strengthening have 75% fewer falls and fractures compared to those who only start exercising after an injury has already occurred. The difference is staggering and tragic because the prevention is so simple. 10 minutes of daily leg exercises started today will prevent most falls. But most people won't start until after they've fallen, broken a bone, spent weeks or months in painful recovery, possibly lost their independence, and faced the very real possibility they'll never fully recover. By then, you're trying to rebuild strength while recovering from injury, dealing with pain, possibly facing surgical complications and fighting against the additional muscle loss that occurs during recovery, a vastly harder battle than simply preventing the fall in the first place. Rhonda, 70, from San Diego, started leg strengthening exercises only after her neighbor fell and broke a hip, which terrified her into action. She openly admits she wishes she'd started years earlier, when building strength would have been easier and faster, rather than waiting until fear finally motivated her to protect herself. Waiting until after a fall means you'll be recovering from injury, while simultaneously trying to build strength, a much harder, longer, and often incomplete process compared to preventing the fall entirely through simple daily exercises. Recovery from hip fracture takes 6 months minimum, often a full year, and many seniors never return to their previous function level. During recovery, you lose even more muscle from reduced activity, creating an enormous deficit to overcome. Some seniors never overcome it and end up permanently disabled or in assisted living. The emotional trauma of falling also creates fear that limits future activity even after physical healing. Every day you delay prevention is another day closer to a potentially catastrophic fall that could have been completely avoided. Start leg strengthening exercises today, regardless of your current strength level. 10 chair squats twice daily and 3 10-minute walks after breakfast, lunch, and dinner, starting immediately without delay or excuse. These activities require no equipment, no gym membership, no special clothing, and can be done entirely at home in privacy. The 20 squats take less than 5 minutes total. The walks take 30 minutes combined. That's 35 minutes daily to potentially save yourself from a life-changing injury. Write these activities in your calendar as non-negotiable appointments. Do them before anything else can interfere. Prevention takes 10 minutes daily, while recovery takes months or years. Choose prevention right now today. These 6 fatal mistakes: prolonged sitting, ignoring warning signs, resting weak legs instead of moving them, inadequate protein intake, avoiding challenging movements, and waiting until after injury to start prevention, are completely preventable choices that determine whether you maintain independence or lose everything you value. Every mistake covered has a simple, immediate solution you can start today at 0 cost. Leg weakness isn't inevitable destiny. It's the direct result of specific mistakes you now know how to avoid completely. Thousands of seniors have reversed years of decline by simply correcting these errors. You have complete power to protect your legs, your independence, and your life starting right now. Which of these 6 mistakes have you been making without realizing the danger it posed to your life? Be honest in the comments. Awareness is always the first step to change and improvement. If you know a senior who's making any of these fatal mistakes with their leg health, share this video immediately. You could save them from a devastating fall or years of lost independence. And subscribe for more life-saving information that protects your health and independence after 60.